Hello, everybody. Welcome to cricketworld.com. We are back again with our daily match insights video, and we are here to review the 4 days play in the fifth and final test match between England and India that's being played at the Oval in London. As always, I've got my friend and colleague Nikhil Narayan to review what happened on the fourth day. Nikhil, suffice to say, this 4 days play provided everything that you wanted from a test match, and we are not done as of now.
Absolutely, Chandresh. What a brilliant day of Test cricket with the pendulum swinging from one team to the other. India started the day as favourites, but then that brilliant partnership between Joe Root and Harry Brook, counter-attacking, baseball batting by Harry Brook, made England the firm favourites, and then India striking, late in the day with Mohammad Siraj and Prasidh Krishna giving it their all. The match, as it stands, 339 for six with 35 runs to win for England. It's almost 50-50 according to me. One wicket with the new ball due, and India, could be firm favourites. So for me, it's 50-50 right now, Chandresh.
Yeah, absolutely. And just looking at what happened during the day on the fourth day, we had, like you said, an early strike by Prasidh Krishna and Mohammad Siraj, and they struck early. And then you had that gallant partnership between Harry Brook and Joe Root. And that partnership, they scored runs at a breakneck speed, especially Harry Brook. He seemed to be in a hurry, but he was helped to a large extent by that costly miss by Mohammad Siraj at the boundary line when he was on 19. And that proved to be very, very costly as Brook just carried on and on and on from there and ended up with a fantastic 111 of 98 deliveries with 14 boundaries and two sixes.
Absolutely, Chandresh. That was a game-changing moment, potential game-changing moment. As you mentioned, he was dropped on 19. It was not a tough catch, but Mohammad Siraj, he just touched the rope, and he's lost balance thereafter. And then Harry Brook counter-attack took it to another level. That 195-run partnership of just 211 deliveries with Joe Root, changing the complexion of the match, changing the match on its head. The wicket also became slightly easier. The spinners were ineffective. They were introduced too late by India. But what great batting, by Harry Brook. 50 innings, an average of almost 58, 10 Test centuries already. His rate of scoring hundreds puts him amongst the top 10 fastest in Test cricket history for minimum Test 10 Test hundreds. So Harry Brook is the next great Test sensation from England. And of course, Joe Root. The more we praise him, the less it is. I mean, he's just an all-time great, and he again showed his class, Chandresh, yesterday with another 100.
So he scored his 39 test 100, and 13 of them have come against India. So one third of his test hundreds have come against India. Just looking at India, do you think we spoke about this? And at some level, the skipper Shubman Gill was hamstrung by the fact that there were not many options for him in the pace bowling department. They just had three pace bowlers to pick to rotate from, and of which Akash Deep looked a little underdone. He looked unfit, and he looked a little knackered, so to speak. And he showed in his performance as well on the field, because you saw at one point he even kicked the ball accidentally off his boot and the ball went across the boundary line. And we spoke about this, that India has three fast bowlers by choice. England had three fast bowlers by chance, and yet they did quite well.
Absolutely. Essentially, India were playing with two fast bowlers, Prasidh Krishna and Mohammad Siraj, who were giving it their all and who were absolutely exceptional on day four. Akash Deep, he didn't perform as well as he should have. One wicket, conceding more than 4 runs per over. And India also, when they control the flow of runs, should have persisted with Washington Sundar, gone to Ravindra Jadeja a little sooner. Although when they were finally introduced, Joe Root and Harry Brook sort of did take the attack to them. But India should have sort of changed it from one end, at least got the spinners early to control the flow of runs in that middle session when England, Joe Root and Harry Brook completely ran away with the match. And sort of left India completely hanging, and India had no answers. To that complete onslaught, they scored at a run rate of 5.46, losing just one wicket, 153 runs in the middle session. That is why India missed a trick. They should have, let Akash Deep go and choose the spinners early.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw that in the afternoon session, 153 runs were scored. And that's why the game turned on its head. Because before that, just before lunch, we had the situation where England were scoring runs quickly, but things were manageable. But I think they just lost track. And we've seen this right through this series that India have not found an answer to uh, baseball. And the answers have come only after England have blazed away, either through Jamie Smith in few of the earlier Test matches, and then later on with the openers. That's been a problem right through this series, and not just in this series. We saw that in 2022 as well, when the final Test match, which was played, India struggled to control the flow of runs. This is a recurring problem for India.
Yeah, it is, and it's not only an Indian problem. I think basketball has become a world problem. The way England has, adopted this modern philosophy. No team. Of course, they haven't played Australia yet, and that's the biggest test when they go down under later this year. But no team has been able to counter basketball, especially in England, and therefore the record of Ben Stokes and England under Ben Stokes during that basketball phase, which started in June 2022 with that series against New Zealand, that record is absolutely phenomenal. So I think it's very difficult to counter basketball the way they do it. Like Harry Brook yesterday, in the first half of his innings, he looked he could get out any ball, but he soon raced to his 50, and then he had reached a scintillating match-changing 100. And Joe Root did what Joe Root does. I mean, he doesn't. He also increases his strike rate, but he plays. He still anchors the inning, so he'll play around with a strike rate of 70, 75, and he'll carry on, and interestingly, Chandresh, Joe Root, if you see England's top two run chases, Joe Root scored a 50 in one of them, a century in the other, both against India, and here again, he's again scored 100 if England go on to win. So there is clearly something about Joe Root and these run chases. His record, no batter in Test cricket history, Chandresh, has scored more runs than Joe Root in the fourth innings, and that tells you that's a story in itself.
Absolutely. And then, after the partnership was broken, Harry Brook was the first to go. Then Prasidh Krishna broke through, got the wicket of Jacob Bethel and Joe Root. And then, towards the end, we also had one more wicket falling. So, in all, India fought back. But it did feel a little too late in the day, and obviously towards the end we had bad light and then heavy rain. Uh, do you still think that India has a chance? The fifth and final day begins with India needing three wickets, though Chris Woakes is all ready to come out at bat. He's in his whites, but his arm is in his sling. And England just need 35 runs.
I think Joe Root's wicket was key last evening. Prasidh Krishna got him out, got by a diving catch by Dhruv Jurel. I think that was key. I think India, if they can pick up a wicket with the new ball, I think India is right back into the contest. Ideally, they would like Jamie Smith, who hasn't looked too good in his last couple of innings, just 2 of 17, looked very tentative. Ideally, they would like Jamie Smith, back in the pavilion. And then they just I think it could be anyone's game. I think I'm expecting Mohammad Siraj to strike big this morning. He bowled brilliantly yesterday. I think on day five, I think he'll be a handful. That drop catch of Harry Brook is still playing on his mind. I think he wants to win it for India. I'm expecting big things from Mohammad Siraj on day five for India. Although having said that, I think England start marginal favourites, and Chris Woakes will bat from what reports suggest. Even if he's batting with one hand, I think he's coming out to bat if need be.
So you're saying that England marginal favorites, and you're expecting that the match will be done in the very first session of the fifth and final day, because there's not much to play for, just 35 runs. So that's it for now. We'll be back with the fifth day's review. Nikhil, thanks a lot. We'll be joining you very soon with the fifth day's review. All you need to do is log on to cricketworld.com, like, share, subscribe, and comment, and be part of the conversation that Nikhil and I are having right through this India tour of England. We'll be back with the fifth day's review. Till then, take very good care of yourself. It's goodbye and God bless.